All right, so for Tier Talk this week, we are going to do best dog breeds. And now I feel like best and favorite, there's a gray line there because I'm sure you could look at the best dogs and it's probably not going to equal out with us. We'll say our favorite dog breeds for our Tier Talk.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I can go first. My no honorable mentions. My Tier 3 is going to be Rottweiler. With a dog growing up, my parents' first dog before they had me. You know how parents do the trial run, like, well, let's do a dog. We can take care of a dog. We can take care of a baby type thing. They had a Rottweiler named Conan, after Conan the Barbarian. They had him trained all the way up to, like, he could have been like some kind of, like, the police-style training dog, but he would have had to leave for like 3 months, but a very well-trained Rottweiler. And so ever since, like, growing up with Conan, it was like I loved Rottweilers. My Tier 2, what I currently have, Waffle, English Bulldogs. They're just so, like, unique to me, dude. And, like, you come home, they don't greet you, they stay on the couch. You go and, like, you have to go give them love. They kind of just look sad and, like, but they love you. All they want to do is cuddle. Yeah, they got a couple issues, yeah. But all in all, like, I love English Bulldogs. My buddies would have them when I was growing up, and I'd go to their house, and I love playing with them. And then Rob Deerdick on Fantasy Factor and everything, when they had that dog, and they would skateboard and everything else, I just always thought it was the fucking coolest. My Tier 1, Pit Bulls. I know you love pits as well. I think Pit Bulls are fucking awesome. Yeah.
That's all you got.
I used to have a pit named Boogie. I named my dog Boogie after Levante David. Levante David's nickname in college was Boogie, little horny boy. And so I told Boogie, I said, when I get my first dog, it's gonna be a pit, and I'm gonna name him after you. So that's my story about having my pit. Then, my girlfriend and I broke up out of, guilt. You kind of like, you can have, we can.
You don't got to get into that?
Yeah.
We don't need to hear your story.
We can cut that part out. But
Did
Pit Bulls, dude. Pit Bulls. I think
Boogie as horny as Boogie?
No. If you guys hear a baby, that's Max's newborn. She's a stud. She's
child.
She's trying to get some time in on the pod. You got to respect it.
Got to respect that.
Yeah, she likes attention.
But that's my Tier Talk. Now what the rule is, you go around the room and everybody gives a one-word answer on how they feel like your Tier Talk went. Kind of like a judgment thing.
Okay, I'll let Taylor start this.
Diseased.
Jesus. Not a fan of pits.
Magnificent.
Fun contrast there.
Yeah.
You wanna go
JP,
next?
what would your word be? I'll go ahead and echo it. Swole. Mitch?
Nice.
Almost.
Do you want to go or you want me to go next?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead, Bob.
Go. Tier 3. I'm going to start off a little curveball. The only dogs I've ever had are pits. My parents, they own little yappy little fuckers. I love them, but I never claimed them. I'm going to start Tier 3 with Dobermans. And the reason why is because they're excellent athletes. They're fucking terrifying. And there's something about them. Every time I see a Doberman, you get a little, like, you don't know what's going to happen.
Is he going to kill me?
Is he going to kill me, or is he like, I want this dude by my side?
Yeah.
So every time I see a Doberman, I just have a level of respect for the dog that I felt like it needed to make the list because, they're not loved on enough, I feel like, and they're feared in a way, but I respect them. Tier 2, I'm going to have to go with Rottweilers. My teammates in college, ton of them had Rottweilers. Cleve Farrell, he's got a Rottweiler, great dog. Super loyal, big-ass teddy bears, but if they need to get the job done, they'll get the job done. So I respect the shit out of them as well. But number 1, unanimous decision, Pit Bulls. I got 3 best dogs on the planet. They're loving, they're loyal as fuck, but they will take you down if you cross the line. And that's the thing with them.
Especially that big motherfucker.
Yeah,
That big motherfucker.
My big guy, he's 2 pit bulls in one, but
Is he known as like an XL?
he's an XL bully. So
Jesus.
he's a pit and an American bulldog. The other
those
2
existed.
are pit mixes. Yeah. So, the thing with pits, bro, like, they're super loyal, but they're big babies at the end of the day. Like, if they love you, they're gonna just they act like they're a human in the house. And every time I come home, there's the response is always the same. So I respect their consistency. I expect that they got the grit, and they're dangerous enough where people, have a little bit of fear when they try to cross the line, but they'll always be there for you. So big shout out to pit bulls all around the world.
Gritty.
Yes, I love that.
JP?
Violence.
Yeah.
Dominant from JP. Mitch? Tough.
Alpha.
Oh,
Just-
speaking of, dude, I wish the camera can catch that. Look at that. Man, did you try to rob this place and that dog's
Dirk.
right there?
Come here, Dirk.
There,
Dirk, come here.
All right.
there he comes. That was the most Dan Campbell 4 answers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Grit, tough, Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah. Should just said Dan Campbell.
We could have just said Silverado. That would have said it all. All right. My tier talk. Bro, he just walks loud.
He's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirk
All
Riddle.
3 of my tiers are pit bulls. Okay, let's see. My tier 3. I grew up on a ranch in Arizona. Every cowboy had this dog, and it was the Blue Heeler. Those dogs would work cows. They'd work with horses. They'd work with sheep. They do the job that needed to get done. The reason why they're not higher on my list is because they are a rambunctious, energetic, and if they're not trained properly, they will absolutely ankle bite any visitor at all times. I love the way they look. I love the way they get after it, and they're hardworking, just like the Chevy Silverado, and that's why they must be in my list.
I love that.
That is my tier 3.
Taylor, I don't want to cut you off, but those Blue Heelers look very similar to like German Shepherds, but they're kind of smaller, right? Or am I completely
they're
tripping?
they're shorter.
Dirk is
haired.
getting the business out
They're
there.
shorter. They're shorter haired. It's hard to explain. Like any
Smart.
movie you've seen with a cowboy in it.
Smart
that's the
dogs.
Oh, it's okay. I
Was
got
that
you.
very
Smart.
extremely smart,
Nice.
and will go all day. Like they'll go and work all day for you.
Okay,
But if you want to own one, you gotta have some wide open spaces for them to run.
Yeah.
My tier 2. This dog would have never made my list until I met my wife. She has this dog. I didn't know what to think of them. I thought they were beautiful and majestic. I thought scenery, like up in the mountains with the snow. I'm like, wow, what a beautiful dog. But I don't think I'll ever own this one. This dog is going to be the Husky, Siberian Husky. They shed like shit, but my wife's dog, Akira, getting pets from her is like pickles on a sandwich. She'll take them or leave them. It doesn't really matter to her. She hangs out. She does her thing. She's the most low-maintenance dog in the world, and it's completely changed my views on Huskies. I think they're an incredible species of animal, extremely smart and very vocal. And my tier 1 goes out to the greatest dog you could possibly get. When you go down to a humane society and you look around those little crates and gates and you see dogs staring at you, it's not just one type of dog. It's a whole bunch of types of dogs. And when you take a cocktail combination of animals and you put them together, most of the time you're going to get the best combo possible. So my tier 1 is the mutt. The mix of all those animals, you put them together, they look funny most of the time, they are funny most of the time, and they usually have the best personalities. So the mutt, those pound puppies, are my tier 1.
Sure.
Unique.
JP said politically correct.
What do you mean?
Just we all know you're real number 1. Yeah, we do.
Why
I've
did you talking about the
I've
Chihuahua?
never owned the number 1. The God tier.
At least why not honorable
Let's hear
mention?
the true number
What's
one.
that?
Why not honorable mention it? You love the
I
Chihuahua.
had him in there, but he's right. That's why I got a little up in arms, as I thought, damn, I don't think I'm ready to take this right now. I'm not ready to take these hands on the internet. But I do love the Chihuahua. I think the Chihuahua
What?
is fucking
How gay
hilarious.
is that?
When I was a little kid and I would see the Taquero Taco Bell dog ripping around the little short hair brown fellas, I would always think to myself, someday I'm going to have this dog. And I would have little matching outfits, maybe cool little glasses, little chill boys hanging out. Now, I have a stipulation for these dogs that I'm going to get someday. I will own a Chihuahua someday. I have to make sure that this has got to be an anomaly of a Chihuahua. It can't bark, and it can't bite. Other than that, dude, they're chill boys and they're outstanding. Maybe you guys should
Can't
redo
bark,
your one
can't
word.
bite. Boy's gonna have a muzzled
Maybe you guys should
Chihuahua.
redo your one word.
Yeah.
I'm not
the fuck
gonna
up.
stereotype, but every Chihuahua I've met is the meanest fucking dog I've ever met
They're
in my
number
life.
2 in dog attacks.
Yeah.
So the Chihuahua is ranked number 2 amongst all dogs in attacks.
Wow. That's wow.
You want to redo your one word?
No. If you were gonna have Chihuahua, I was gonna have high maintenance. Sus.
I know who I am.